National parks and wildlife sanctuaries are the conservational sites played important role in safeguarding the nation's rich flora and fauna. Many times we confused with the concept of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. The difference between national parks and wildlife sanctuary actually differ in terms of degree of protection. National park is given more protection with respect to animal life and plant life than the biosphere reserves and wildlife sanctuaries. That is, the vesting of rights of people living inside the conservational sites. Unlike the sanctuaries where certain rights can be allowed, but in national park no rights can be allowed. Tourism allowed in both national park and wildlife sanctuary, but in national park tourism is controlled and allowed only in certain areas. Hence, national park considered as the most protected area in India with a high level of legal protection. Hunting of animals completely prohibited. Trees cannot be cut down for any purpose in both wildlife sanctuaries and national park. Wildlife sanctuaries and national parks are declared by the central government under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Let's figure out both through the comparison chart. National parks are the area of adequate ecological, faunal, floral, geomorphological, natural, or zoological significance for particular species. Wildlife sanctuaries are the area of ecological, faunal, floral, geomorphological, or zoological importance, not necessary for a particular species, aim to conserve the entire flora and fauna of the particular ecosystem. Area strictly reserved for the betterment of the wildlife and activities like grazing and cultivation is not allowed in national parks. Livestock grazing allowed limited scale in wildlife sanctuaries. In national park, all boundaries are fixed by the legislation. Not well defined boundaries in wildlife sanctuaries. No human habitation is permitted inside the national park. Limited human activities. People can collect medicinal plants, firewoods, other livelihoods in small scale for tribals. Only an approved person can enter into the national park either via paying the visitor ticket or an approved letter from the government body. Research and educational purpose can be only done with prior permission. Official permission is not required to enter into the wildlife sanctuaries. International Union for Conservation of Nature IUCN, a global environment organization, defines 6 categories of protected areas on the basis of degree of protection and management of different regions. IUCN categorized national park as category 2 type of protected areas and wildlife sanctuaries as category 4 type of protected areas. National parks are typically owned and managed by central government or state government, but wildlife sanctuaries are owned by either government or private entities. Wildlife Protection Act 1972 allows private ownership and management of wildlife sanctuaries. As of now, 106 national parks in India covering 1.35% of the total geographical area of India. 573 wildlife sanctuaries in India covering 3.76% of the total geographical area.